Metal Bum here. I was kind of thinking about shit hits the fan scenarios. What's the likelihood of it happening? Do most of us in the community think that it's very likely? Is that why we stack? Is it a 5% chance it's going to happen? Do we have to think about it over time? Is it a 5% chance in the next year, but in the next 10 years, maybe it's a 10% chance? Or do a lot of you think that it's going to be a 30% chance? What's the probability of it happening? Or do a lot of you think it's very, very likely to happen? What's the likelihood of these shit hits the fan scenarios from happening? Why do we diversify? Why do we hold different allocations of our wealth? I think in a video a little while back, I went over my portfolio allocation, and I had to audit myself because it's kind of like a bottom up. I started with, hey, I'm into silver and gold, and what is my portfolio right now? And then I realized I don't even know my portfolio. If you look back, I talked about how much silver, how much gold I have. I think I have about 600 ounces of silver and about 4 or 5 ounces of gold. Maybe it's 4.5 ounces of gold. But that being said, what is the percentage of my total? So this is the PMs. I'm only at, well, this is just numbers, but let's say I'm at 0.5% of precious metals of my total portfolio. I have way too much in real estate. But the thing about real estate, and I guess it's because I'm in real estate investing, it gets kind of big because there's different types of classes, multifamily, commercial, just like there's different types of silver. You could invest only in kookaburras, or you could invest only in junk silver and bullion. But basically the way I invest in real estate is I do multifamily, which I think in a shit hits the fan scenario, if it's like 2008 again, people need rentals, right? And what's the likelihood of everybody not paying at the same time versus, what's the likelihood of different things? Anyways, I kind of think of investing almost like it's all probabilities. This is my portfolio allocation now, approximately. This is my silver and gold allocation goals, because I don't know my exact allocation, because I've just been buying silver like crazy because I see that silver is an opportunity. Gold, it's very difficult to say whether it's going to go up or not, or whether it's just going to remain the same. And I'm not banking on it skyrocketing. It's more of an insurance policy. And so what I was getting to in the beginning before I got into these details, that's my goals for 2019. I don't want to get too detailed. I want to say, what is the probability of a shit hits the fan scenario? And I'm going to quickly open this because I want to do a little unboxing, if you know what I'm saying. But what's the likelihood of a shit hits the fan scenario in your mind, in your heart? And that's the psychology of it. But also, what is the likelihood of it really happening based on experts and whatnot? Is it very likely? Is it a 5% chance? What a beauty. Let's take a little break here and just enjoy this. Wow. Cameo coin. I don't know, it's something about these proofs that they when I see a proof, my jaw drops, you know what I'm saying? Don't believe you all day. But yeah, anyways, this is a 1989, and that's very good condition for 1989. S, San Francisco, right? Am I right? Or interrupted by freaking phone calls? What am I saying? paid a lot for this actually. I paid $23.24. So over spot, I think these are worth about, they're 90% silver, so they're worth about $14 in today's price in silver. So I actually paid about $10 over spot because shipping and handling got me. But I don't just stack for what I was talking about earlier, shit hits the fan scenarios, and portfolio allocation and rebalancing my portfolio and keeping some 7%, 5%, or 0.5% in my wealth in precious metals. And by wealth I mean my net worth, not my income. A lot of what I talk about, like, I learned from books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, and shout outs to STP Prepper. He went down a little list of books, and I'm actually going to do in another video a list of books. A lot of times I mention the books, but I actually want to go through the list of my top books on everything from precious metals, real estate, and investing. But what was I saying before? So before I got mesmerized by this coin, and I always get mesmerized by these things, and I can see why when you hold one of these, the weight of it, you can feel that tangible wealth. Why for 2,000 years or more they put value on precious metals, and there's a utility behind them too. But why we are drawn to things like gold, silver. I'm gonna post some documentaries too that talk about these, but a lot of people in the community, they kind of go over. I've learned so much from the community, these videos, just watching everybody's journey. Sakura Sargentia, shout out. He talks about it being a personal journey. He's very philosophical on his channel. Check him out. But yeah, it is a journey, personal wealth, and the psychology behind investing and everything. But I was talking, I just wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys think the likelihood of a shit hits the fan scenario is? And are you prepared? But also, if it's only a 5% chance, I just want to question everybody, because we're all contrarians, right? Just investing in precious metals in this way, which I think is a great way to do it, because, hey, I am doing it. And prepping and everything. What is the reason we do it, and what is the probabilities? Why? That's the question of the day. And that's actually what I wanted to talk about, was why. Why do we do this? This was actually, that's kind of the list of books I was going to do on another video, but why do we invest in precious metals? And anyways, I like this coin too because it commemorates what is it, the Congress, I believe this was 1789, so this was like the beginning of the congressional something or other. Not exactly sure. I'll try to look it up and post it below, but I ordered a lot of coins on eBay and all the other channels to get coins. But yeah, so today's topic, I just wanted to say, and I'm trying to not go all over the place because I think I tend to ramble on some of my videos, but what do you think the likelihood of a shit hits the fan scenario is, and are you prepared? But also question yourself, and as a contrarian, we have to constantly question ourselves. Are we over prepared? Do we have too much in silver, gold, and precious metals? Do we have too much in prepping goods? I don't know, maybe, maybe not. I think I don't have enough silver right now. I think maybe some people out there might have too much, but then it kind of depends on your own personal finance and personal psychology and personal, everything, basically all facets of life, because some of you have kids, some of you don't, some of you are hermits, some of you are young kids yourselves, some of you are old and near retirement age. So it kind of depends. Are you getting a pension? Do you own real estate? Do you own a lot of stocks? Do you own 90% of your portfolio in stocks? And I mention portfolio a lot because, like, I think all portfolio is a pie. I think I make a pie chart. See, I'm doing all these notes in the morning. Like, what do you own? Real estate, precious metals? Like, what does your pie look like? Do you own too much precious metals? Do you own too little precious metals? Do you own any real estate? Do you want to own real estate? Save up and rebalance. Rebalance this. You know, put some in cash, some in cryptos, a little bit in emerging markets like China. Maybe you can hedge into China, US. But anyways, I'm getting a little off topic. I just wanted to question, guys, what is your risk? Well, the question is what do you think the likelihood is of a shit hits the fan scenario? Post below, let's get some comments going. Is that why you're prepping and buying silver and gold mainly? Because I think that's one of the biggest reasons to buy gold, not necessarily silver, but gold is for shit hits the fan scenarios, but it's also for many other reasons, because it is a huge store of value, and it's a stable store of value for millennia, not for 10 years like Bitcoin. And I do invest in Bitcoin, but it's not 100 years like equities and stocks. It is thousands of years. But look at that silver, and to you numismatic people, I can see the cartwheel, and I can see what a proof really is, because this is really nice. All right, guys. Well, I will catch you on the flip side. Middle bum. Oot.